today is Quincy University. The Hawks placed tied for sixth in the GLVC last season at 3-5 and finished the season at 3-8 overall under the watch of first-year coach Tom Pagic. Coach joins us today to kick off his second season in Quincy with his talented senior defensive lineman Corey Conley. Coach and Corey, thanks for joining us today. Coach, talk a little bit about your first year at Quincy and some of the off-season work you've done to get ready for the year number 2. You know what you're involved in this conference now.
Finished strong. Well, won our last 3 out of our last 5 games last year, and people say football, builds character, but I think it reveals it. And told a lot about how we finished, and our guys real proud of them in that regard. And I think that played a part into this off season, certainly with spring football and your summer workouts, whether you're on campus or you're at home, taking care of business, preparing for 2013. I think we're right on track. I think the plan, again, is still in place. I think we're ready for year 2. I think our guys are going to come back a little bit more hungrier and seasoned to what they know their expectations are for our program, our coaching staff, what we're trying to get to. And I'm excited to see their faces come early August.
Thanks, Coach. Give us a quick preview of the Quincy offense. You have 8 starters returning, including a pair of seniors who were second-team All-GLVC honorees last year, without Justin Dickens and running back Darian Shelby. So why don't you talk from head to toe, from front to back, and your receivers, how does it look offensively?
We've got a good group returning. We certainly want to establish the run last year and this year, and certainly our stats lean that way. You want to try to be balanced. But we're going to do whatever it takes to win, whether it's throwing it or running it. Certain games give you some more opportunities than others, whether you rush it or throw it. But, Justin Dickens returns, probably one of the highlights of our offense, a heck of a player. Hopefully had a good offseason. He had a good spring ball, and certainly going to try to, get him in the lineup as much as possible because he's a big production guy. Certainly LD, again, carried the workload for us and was critical in those 3 wins we had. To establish our will and our run and our physicality in the game in the fourth quarter, and he was a big part of that. Return some guys up front, Kyle Lamprez, Jonathan Player at tackle, a new center, and John Root, Brian Gibbons at the other tackle, and putting some pieces together there. But we have some returners up front, and probably the youngest guy is the guy up front taking the snaps, Nick Lonergan. Played early last year, could be an excellent player for us. His potential is sky's the limit. Hopefully he'll be more seasoned, more mature, a little bit older this year, be able to manage the game, make big plays when he needs to, manage it in other aspects of the game through 4 quarters, and do what it takes to allow us to get in the end zone as an offensive unit to be productive. Tight end unit, real pleased with Barry Williamson. Played a lot for us last year. Nick Donaski went down. Nick is back. And then Brent Williams, converted quarterback, moved to tight end. Feel like we're developing some balance there, some depth there. Real excited about year 2 and what our offense can look like. We're running the same stuff offensive. We're going to line up in the eye. We're going to run the football, plan on play action, getting the gun when we need to, and just try to find the weakness of the defense. And if our quarterback can figure that out a little more than he did last year, and we're going to be okay.
Okay, how about the Hawks defense? 6 starters return, with 3 having earned second-team All-GLVC accolades, including the guy sitting right next to you. Why don't you talk a little bit about the defense, and I'll ask Corey a couple questions after that.
I think we're real athletic on defense. I think we showed signs of that last year. As coaches, we got to do a better job getting them in the right place. I only say that because last year was new. So they came off of a year before where they ran a defense. We come in, we change a defense. And it took a long while to get those guys, to understand what we're trying to accomplish. Never question their effort, never question their energy, never question their high-intensity run of the football. So I'm excited to see those guys coming back. I think we're real athletic. I think we play a physical brand as you break it down. I don't know if you see a better defensive end in the league than Corey Conley. And then his bookend, Tyler Rydell, academic All-American. We have 2 pretty good ones. That being a team captain and Tyler being a team captain, we're excited about what they're going to do this year. We lose a couple guys in the interior. We have a couple guys back. Our linebacking core has some young guys that played a lot last year. Ike Onike, Zach Bath. We're excited about those guys. Daniel Lee, Dan Camp. So some seasoned guys that are a little bit younger that had some production for us. Probably the biggest thing is our back end. Our back end lost a lot of guys at graduation. Jeff DeVerne, big-time leader for us at one of the corner spots. And then another kid, young man, Jason Harkins, going to compete for the other corner spot with Fritz Lauriston, Jalen Wilson. I have a couple of young guys that'll be a new face at that corner spot. Mason Brooks at safety, Todd Shorter at safety, Cody Schmelik, a young guy coming in at safety. Excited about a mixture of seasoned veterans and young guys that have played special teams a lot last year, as well as took some nickel reps or dime reps on the defensive side of the football. And so we have a good mixture of those guys, and I'm really excited about our defense this year and really improving.
Corey, last year you always seemed to find the ball carrier, 35 tackles, including 7.5 for loss, 4.5 sacks, and a pair of forced fumbles. Talk a little bit about your junior year and how you worked to improve in the offseason.
I have a good season, I'd say. Individual goals obviously come second to team, but a lot of it's just effort, and it's nothing. It doesn't take any talent to run after the ball. So I just did my best doing that on the field. Helped leading off the field too. We had a lot of young guys play. We have a good veteran group coming back, and I'm looking forward to leading them next season. This off season has just been spent working on strength, speed, and overall just staying healthy and getting ready for the senior season.
Coach, let's talk about the third phase of football and your special teams. If you give us a quick synopsis of that.
I thought our first year went pretty well. We blocked certainly a couple field goals, a couple extra points, got a couple fake punts for first downs that helped us win a few games. So we're getting there slowly but surely, and I lead that unit, and Coach Patasso, our D coordinator, is also heavily involved. A lot of our coaches are involved in that unit, and we think that can make a difference. We think that helped us in our 3 wins last year, and we're going to continue to progress in that regard. A lot of our guys are on offense and defense. We have a lot of depth. So a lot of those guys are also playing special teams, and we had a great recruiting class. We had a lot of redshirt freshmen last year that are going to be involved in our special teams. So we're going to put our best on those units to really make that a difference in wins and losses throughout the year. We returned Greg Huckstedt, who was our punter who backed up Brandon Malloy last year, who graduated. Brandon did a great job for us as a punter and a kicker. We'll bring Greg back as the punter. We have Blake Allison, a redshirt freshman, who'll compete for a starting job with Nick Crone for extra points, field goals, and our kickoff duties. Returners, Justin Dickens, Dante Flowers, Brent Walker. We have a few guys in that lineup that we're getting into phase 2. Again, they're learning those schemes as well, and we're excited to really make that a dominant phase. I'm not so sure with the head coaching hat that I wear, that's not more important than offense and defense in our league.
Okay, thank you. Corey, you opened the season on the road against 2 Division I FCS schools in Western Illinois and Indiana State, and then you returned home for 4 straight weeks, with the last 2 being GLVC games, including the conference opener against Truman State. Talk about the mindset of going into the FCS road games and then knowing you will be back at Flynn Stadium for 4 weeks in a row.
I think first and foremost, we're concentrated on that first game, Western Illinois. We're not working or looking past any games after that as of right now. Schedule-wise, though, obviously it's something that we have no control over, and as a football team, you got to be able to deal with adversity and being uncomfortable. So as far as that first game, we're looking forward to going in. We're going to be ready to go, play a good game, and it's going to be a battle. We're looking forward to that. And then after that, anything that happens, as a football team, we're ready to go, and I feel comfortable that we're going to be good to go, and we're not going to look past anyone.
Well, Coach and Corey, thanks for joining us on the GLVCsports.com, and best of luck to you guys this season.
Thank you very much.
Yep.